Hello there, I'm Lauren Taylor, Senior Data Analyst for Children and Young People at Arts Council England and Music Education Hub's Data Champion. This video provides an overview of the changes to the Music Education Hub's annual survey for 2023 to 2024. The purpose of the annual survey is to capture the range of activities and impacts that have been enabled and supported by the Music Education Hub grant in meeting the aims and ambitions for hubs as set out in the 2022 National Plan for Music Education. The collected data will provide information on the hub's reach and range of activities. Key dates for the survey and details of how to access the portal to submit data will be made available during 2024. You can discuss this survey at any of our drop-in sessions with Arts Council's policy and data analysis colleagues. Please see the website for these dates and times. To register for one of these sessions or for any other information, please contact meh.data@artscouncil.org.uk. This video only discusses the changes that have been made to the survey since 2022 to 2023. You may wish to pause the video occasionally to absorb the information on screen. We'll begin with Section A, which is the schools form. The schools form captures the schools that hubs have worked with on various activities at any point during the academic year. All questions and definitions on this tab have changed to enable reporting against the 2022 National Plan for Music Education. The template that exists on our website currently shows schools for the 22 to 23 survey. This template will be updated in January 2024 with updated schools. The first question on this page is A1. Did your hub engage with this establishment on one or more hub activity or support within the academic year? This is a drop-down question, and the options are yes, and then a variety of no options. Part 6 of the guidance has full details of what should be counted as yes within this question. In short, it's any meaningful engagement with the establishment. This could be lessons, group activities or ensembles, curriculum support, including CPD, classroom instrumental lessons, or access to resources, equipment and venues within the hub. If you did not support an establishment across any of these activities, please indicate why using the drop-down options. These are no, the hub has not offered support to this establishment. No, the establishment offers no music activities for its pupils. No, the hub offered support, but the establishment manages its music activities independently from the hub. Or no, the hub offered support, but the establishment manages its music activities independently, which is done as a direct result of previous hub engagement. If selecting this option, hubs must be certain that the choice and ability of the school to work without the hub is directly linked to support the hub has previously provided. Another option is no. The hub engaged with the parent trust of this establishment and cannot be sure of any individual establishment engagement. Please only select this option if it's genuinely not possible to identify individual establishment engagement. If you're aware that you worked with this school as well as working with the parent trust, then select yes. Another option is no, the hub offered support, the establishment did not accept for a different reason. Please only select this option where the other options are not relevant. And the final option is no, the hub offered support, but it isn't known why the establishment did not accept. If you're unsure which of those options to select, please contact us and we're happy to advise. From September 2023 onwards, there is an overall programme-wide ambition to move towards 95% school engagement. We will use the answers to A1 to calculate the national school engagement figure. The answers that will count towards school engagement for the purposes of this are Yes, meaning that the school has engaged meaningfully with the hub during the academic year, and no, the hub has engaged with the parent trust, but not necessarily the school directly. We will analyse the responses to this question alongside input from the hub data group to develop and inform our understanding of the school engagement measure and how it can be improved in future years. The next question on this sheet is A2. Did your hub provide this establishment with curriculum support? This is a yes/no drop-down. Page 8 of the guidance document has the full list of what should be counted within this. Generally, we mean any activity which is aimed to benefit the school's music curriculum provision, including CPD and training, support and advice via in-person meetings or conversations, which includes discussion of school music development plans and the model music curriculum, or bespoke advice on how to expand and improve the school's offer. Please do not count lessons, ensembles, or classroom instrumental lessons, which might be in support of the school's curriculum. These activities are counted in A1 and elsewhere. The next question on this page is A3. Did this establishment participate in CPD from your hub? Again, this is a yes/no drop-down. Select yes if one or more teachers from this establishment participated in CPD your hub delivered or supported. By CPD, we mean the hub's programme of high-quality, evidence-based CPD courses, training and learning events that are for specialist and non-specialist teachers and teaching assistants, senior leadership teams and/or governing bodies. A teacher or school accessing and using the hub's resources, toolkits or information would not be classified as CPD and can be captured instead in question A2, which captures a broader range of curriculum support. A3 is intended to only capture where CPD took place. The next question on this page is A4. Did your hub support this establishment with its school music development plan? Again, this is a yes/no drop-down. Please select yes if you supported this establishment with its school music development plan. By support, we mean any action by the hub lead organisation or hub partners which has led to meaningful action, engagement or improvement by the school. If you engage with the parent trust of this establishment on its school music development plan and it will impact this school, then please select yes. The next question on this page is A5. Did your hub provide this establishment with model music curriculum support? There are 4 possible answers to this question. Yes, model music curriculum. Yes, equivalent. Yes, model music curriculum and equivalent. And no. By support, we mean any action by the hub lead or the hub partners which has led to meaningful action, engagement or improvement by the school. Hubs should use their expertise to ensure that equivalents counted here are a clearly sequenced curriculum that is at least comparable in breadth and ambition to the model music curriculum. The next 2 questions, highlighted orange, will not be used to measure hub performance. Instead, they'll provide valuable insight to the wider landscape of music education provision and how schools are supporting the National Plan for Music Education. They concern things which are overseen by schools. We expect hubs to have an awareness, but it's ultimately for schools to share information about these things with you. We ask that you aim to gather this information from schools at a similar point each academic year, preferably towards the end of the year. However, we understand it's unlikely that all schools will respond on the same day. The first of these questions is, at what stage of development is this establishment's school music development plan? There are 5 options available in this drop-down. The first is established, meaning that the school music development plan has been created and is being delivered in this establishment. Mechanisms may be in place for ongoing review and improvement. This also includes any establishments within a trust which are delivering a plan that is in place for the whole trust. In development, meaning that the school music development plan is in the process of being created. It's not yet being delivered in this establishment, but aims to be delivered within the current or following academic year. This also includes establishments within a trust where a plan for the whole trust is in development. Development pending, meaning that the establishment has not yet begun to create a school music development plan, but has indicated an intent to create one. This should be within the following academic year. This also includes establishments within a trust where a plan for the whole trust is pending development. No intent, meaning that the establishment does not have a plan in development or pending. It's been confirmed that the establishment does not currently intend to create a school music development plan. And finally, not known, meaning that the stage of development for the school music development plan in this establishment is unknown. The next question on here is A7. How embedded is the model music curriculum or equivalent in this establishment? Once again, there are 5 options within this drop-down. The first being established, meaning that the model music curriculum or equivalent has been adopted and is being delivered in all relevant year groups and key stages. Mechanisms may be in place for ongoing review and refinement. This also includes establishments within a trust which are delivering a music curriculum that is in place for the whole trust. Partially established, meaning that the model music curriculum or equivalent has been adopted and is being delivered in some but not all relevant year groups. Plans may be in place to expand across all year groups. This also includes establishments within a multi-academy trust which are delivering a music curriculum that is in place but for some but not all year groups across the whole trust. In development, meaning that the model music curriculum or equivalent is in the process of being adopted. It is not yet being delivered in this establishment, but there is an intention to implement it within this or the next academic year. This also includes establishments within a multi-academy trust, where a music curriculum for the whole trust is in development. No intent, meaning that the establishment has not adopted the model music curriculum or an equivalent. It has been confirmed that the establishment does not currently intend to do so. And finally, not known, meaning how embedded the model music curriculum or equivalent is in this establishment is not known. Classroom instrumental learning. The questions in this section remain largely the same. However, references to whole class ensemble teaching have been updated to classroom instrumental lessons, or SIL, to reflect the 2022 National Plan for Music Education. For each instance of SIL, please provide the year group, the number of pupils in the year group, and of those pupils, how many were receiving this for the first time, as well as the number of terms this programme ran for. Please record only the actual SIL that was delivered, not what was booked or planned. Each pupil should only be counted once in this sheet. One question has been added, and that is question F, which is to capture where hubs are aware that the school has removed pupils from provision, even if the information has been received anecdotally. This is so we can understand how schools are utilising this provision and how inclusive it is. It may also inform our understanding of pupil characteristics, as responses from this question are mapped to school census data. Our analysis of this data might change if it is not the whole class taking part. We will now move on to section B, which concerns the hub workforce. We are committed to gaining an accurate picture of the diversity of Hub workforce. Just to reiterate, this video only discusses the changes that have been made to the survey since 2022 to 2023. For more information on the questions in this section, please see the guidance document, and we're also happy to answer any questions you have via email. B2 has been added to capture the information on the sex of your workforce. B3, the question on gender identity, has been updated to include two new options. These are in another way and not applicable. B5, asking for the sexual orientation of the permanent Hub workforce, now has updated options and now includes in another way. B9 has been added this year, and this is to capture the neurodiversity of Hub workforce. This is a total count by role type. It should only include staff where this identification is known. B10 and B11 have been added this year. They capture information on the socioeconomic background and status of your workforce. This is so we can better understand access to arts and culture and what barriers there may be. The data is collected in two parts, asking the same question for both an individual's background in B10 and where their current role sits in B11. The question about an individual's background asks for the occupation of the main or highest income earner in their household when they were 14. The guidance document gives a full list of the role types and definitions, and you can see some on the left here. We would recommend that you share the guidance with your staff to enable them to select the correct option. This metric is in line with that adopted by other cultural organisations and will provide a benchmark that we can build on in the future. We appreciate that this is a new measure and it might be difficult for you to introduce. Please make use of the no answer given or the question not asked of individual fields where necessary. The final change relating to workforce is on B24. This question asks for the diversity characteristics of the Hub lead and Hub chair. It's changed so that we are now holding less specific sensitive data about a named individual. This question is designed as a yes-no response to various demographics. Where you have more than one person fulfilling either of these roles, please contact us so we can advise how best to submit this information. As always, this information should be collected through official monitoring or staff surveys, not based on assumptions or informal knowledge. Where surveys led by hubs differ to what is requested within the annual survey, for example, you may capture a broader range of staff types, you may allow wider fields within questions or allow staff to self-declare, please aggregate the numbers to fit the categories within the survey. We'll now move on to section C. Within section C, questions on continuation and online performance have been removed. Collection by mode of lesson delivery, so online, in person, etc., has also been removed. Instead, C1 now collects participants in any lesson. This should reflect overall engagement in lessons across all lesson types and modes of delivery. So small group, large group, face-to-face, online, etc. Each pupil must only be counted once. This table allows us to see the total number and characteristics of pupils taking part across any lesson type. All pupil characteristics tables have been changed to collect sex instead of gender. This is to mirror the school census, to which the collected data is compared. As per the school census guidance, the change from gender to sex is being rolled out across all Department for Education data collections over the next year or so. Hubs may continue to collect gender information for local use if they wish. This applies to this C1 question, but also to C8, pupils participating in group playing activities. Pupil characteristics tables now also include pupil ethnicity. We recognise that this might be challenging for some hubs, particularly those who are new to collecting this data. Please make use of the not known fields where necessary. Please also note that the ethnicity categories available within the pupil characteristics tables are different to those categories available within the ethnicity questions for the hub workforce and board. This is because the two data sets will be compared to their most appropriate national counterparts. Pupil ethnicity data will be compared to the school census, which is run by the Department for Education. Workforce ethnicity data will be compared to the national census, which is run by the Office for National Statistics. These bodies collate the resulting data in different ways. Therefore, the workforce ethnicity table includes Arab and Latin American as standalone categories. The pupil ethnicity table does not include these fields. As always, hubs could capture a broader range of diversity data if they wish, including allowing a wider range of categories or self-declaration, as long as you aggregate the numbers to fit the categories within the templates in the annual survey. Questions C2, C3 and C4 collects the number of pupils involved in individual, small group and large group lesson types. Small groups are defined as lessons comprising 2 to 10 pupils, and large groups are defined as all other lessons with more than 10 pupils that do not fall under the categories of classroom instrumental learning, ensembles, or other similar group playing activities. Please ensure each pupil is only counted once within each of these questions. If you are unable to identify the type of lesson that a pupil received, please include them in C1 and not in C2, C3 or C4. We understand that pupils may attend more than one lesson type, so it's not expected that the sum of C2 and C4 matches C1. C2, C3 and C4 ask only for pupil characteristics in relation to SEND and pupil premium. This is to provide us with a greater understanding of how those from disadvantaged backgrounds are accessing different types of provision. The next change in this section is to C5. The name of this question has changed to group playing activities. It was previously named ensembles. The language has been updated to reflect the new National Plan for Music Education. Group playing activities refers to organised ensembles, bands and groups that meet regularly and provide opportunities for young musicians to play and perform. This question also uses broader categories. Please use the unknown field where you're unsure of the nature of an ensemble. C6 has been added in for this year. It's a new question to collect the number of schools contributing data to groups delivered independently by schools in question C5 above. We understand it can sometimes be difficult to get data from schools, particularly about groups that they have run independently. Missing data from this question will impact the accuracy of question C5C. So please record how many schools in your assigned local authorities provided data for you to include in C5C. C7 is also a new question. Groups that have participants who use adapted or adaptive instruments or equipment, or where you have made adjustments to enable SEND participants to take part. For groups that you have entered into C5A and C5B, please complete this box. This can include groups that are specifically focused on supporting young people with SEND, as well as any group you support or deliver where adjustments have been made to enable one or more participants with SEND to take part. C9 is the next new question in this section. This is a new question regarding the number and characteristics of choirs or vocal group participants. Please complete this table showing the number of pupils who regularly attended at least one of the choirs or vocal groups listed in C5A and B. This question should be seen as a subset of C8 above. Therefore, the total key stage values should be less than or equal to the corresponding key stage totals from C8. The last change in this section is the introduction of these C11 questions. They've been added to indicate availability of weekend and school holiday provision. They are both yes or no drop-downs, so please select the appropriate option from the drop-down. There have been no changes to section D, so we will skip over that section and instead go to section E. The first change in this section relates to questions E1 and E4. Into the Partners Organisation Types table, we have added state-funded educational establishments, independent educational establishments, higher education establishments, and other educational establishments. Please use these options as appropriate. E2 and E3, these are the income and expenditure questions. They have been updated to be similar to the quarterly financial reporting template. Where possible, please allocate funds to the same categories that you have throughout the year within your submitted financial reporting templates. You will notice that the partner income line from the financial reporting template is not present within E2. Instead, please allocate any partner income that went through the accounts of the Hub lead organisation to the category that best reflects the origin of this income. If you are not able to do that, please instead place it in other income. Any partner income that did not go through the Hub lead organisation's accounts should be entered in E5. As always, please do not include in-kind contributions from partners. Please only use the other income and expenditure categories where no other category applies. If you use these categories, please complete E3B, which I will show you on screen now. Please complete E3B to let us know what you have included in the other categories if you use them. If you need any help on this section, please contact your auditors, the Arts Council data analysis team, or your relationship manager. The next changes to the survey are in section F. The narrative questions have been updated for 2023 to 2024. These questions present an opportunity to demonstrate the strategic ways that hubs work, the context within the quantitative data sits, and the wider impact and outcomes the hub has supported. In other words, activity that might not otherwise be captured in the survey. We'd encourage you to use this section to report only things that are additional information to what has already been reported throughout the survey or through your ongoing reporting to your relationship manager throughout the year. F1, please outline the successes your hub has had over the last academic year. F2, please outline the challenges your hub has faced over the last academic year. F3, Please outline any additional information about the context or music education provision in your area which might be relevant to your work. F4. For any establishments that you have answered no in A1, please let us know if you engage with them in some other way. The remaining questions in this section haven't changed, but as a reminder, they concern case studies, a note to our data analysts about anything you may wish to let us know about your data, and an email address for the person that we should contact if we have any queries about the data you've submitted. That brings us to the end of the changes to the annual survey for 2023 to 2024. Thank you very much for watching this video. We hope it was helpful. As mentioned at the beginning, you can discuss this survey at any of our drop-in sessions. The dates and times for these are on the website. To register for one of them or for any other information, please contact us on meh.data@artscouncil.org.uk. Thank you very much.